Are we on our borderings? I don't really want to do another park path. Do a stream bed? No, I do a Karts. Double hit point Moabs? Yeah. What if we do this without soda? I think we can do it without soda. Did Quincy run? Dora.
I was born to do this.
$9.70. Okay. Fedora's there, and you can go. No, you know what? Let's sit you there, and then Adora can just sit in front of you.
I am not afraid.
Okay. Little monkey boy's down. Plane? I don't want to do plane stuff. I don't know why. I like planes, chat. What if we do it with 3 planes? Can we get all 3 planes out? Not on your... Yeah, maybe. You can get 3 planes out, Panz. You've just got to be really, really greedy. Okay.
Rejoice.
Hey, you guys would know. How greedy is really, really greedy? Like so greedy it hurts.
Rejoice.
He's like, no, you're gonna be way more greedy than that. Okay.
Onward
5 or
to
6
victory.
farm greedy. Looks like it's 6 farm greedy. It can't fit in 7. Alright, sounds good. What type of plan you want first? Why do we create new farms instead of upgrading the ones I've created? Because that's a good question. Because economically, the extra one yields more return immediately compared to an upgrade. So if you know exactly how many you want to have, which I didn't, but I got to 6 and that was all I could place, you're better off. You get more return out of those straight away. Alright, so you can use this to then fund the next one you buy, and then you can use it to fund the upgrades. Also, if you take the upgrades all in the same level of stages, they'll fund the next upgrade instead of sitting around, having money sit around waiting. Does mean you have to manage it a bit more, but once you do, and I run markets instead of banks because it's set and forget, which is definitely not the best yield, but it means once I get them all to 023s, I can just forget about them. We take Centered Path, but I don't want it. I'm going to go Drunk Monkey. And then I'll take Never Miss in a second. Hey Evo, stream's good man, how about you? Is 023 better than 203? Only if you have the monkey knowledge in the banks, otherwise they're exactly the same. Okay? If you're struggling for cash and you want to get the upgrade out straight away, because an increased production upgrade is actually better than a second bank. But it's very small, so if money's tight, reminds me I should be taking upgrades. Was I putting a... I want to get that. There we go. Yeah, so if you don't have the monkey knowledge in it, or if you're playing without monkey knowledge, make it a 203. Except if let's say you're planning on playing 3 banks, you put them all down, then you make them all like 100s, then all 200s, and then you wait until you can get all 3 of the bottom ones, because Easy Collect doesn't really do anything for you, right?
Have courage. Be the light.
Come on, Adora. Perfect amount of greed. And Banana Salvage doesn't do anything either, so you need to be able to get to Marketplace. Usually I find if you can kill the first airship, like the way we did, we were just the right levels of greed. Yeah. And then you're usually fine with that offense. Might get a couple of little upgrades here and there. Like, let's put in a thing. I'm going to want this at some stage, so I may as well get it now. So I want jungle drums. And that should be all we really need. Let's grab that first. Dora's leveling, and we have her ability to use as well. And 104 alchemists at the front are pretty fun, yeah. It's not that the farms are better, it's that they only cost 1,300 and they start making money for you. The alchemist, you've got to get to lead to gold, which is a really good one early, right? Because it's 50 bucks for the gold. But then rubber to gold's like 3,000. So chucking some alchemists at the front can be pretty cool, especially as an early lead option. Now I have to really be careful here. I think I'm about to be too greedy. So let's go ahead and put in another. Actually, let's go ahead and grab that. I'm going to need that for having that for a Dora and for this plane. I don't need it for this plane, because this plane's getting it. Let's make one of these planes, I guess. Yeah, that looks good. Means I don't need to take centered path for that one. Hey, simulcasted. No, double hit point. Moabs.
Have courage.
Okay, so we can just leave those to make money for us now, which is great because they'll make lots of money. And we'll kill the things, which is also good. Now we should go ahead and get our. Who's made a? When you make a middle path plane, more darts or sharper dart? We just go rapid fire and more since we don't need the centered path. We're gonna wing monkey it, I think. Drunk monkey's always fun. Or I think we just go. Let's just push for
All is as it should be.
I don't want to push my top path guy. No, he's already there. Let's push for crossbow master. This is where it's tempting to put more markets down, right? Like, why wouldn't you? Because that's greedy. At some point you got to stop putting markets down and play units, right? Otherwise you just put markets down until you're dead. Or and then eventually you just sell off markets. You're like, okay, I'm too far behind. But it's better to not do that, I guess. Yeah, that should be.
All is as it should be.
As it should be. Actually, primary training is really good for this boy. I don't need his range increase. He's that's huge. I want this,
Rejoice. Prepare yourselves.
Ooh. Dora's got her bauble thing
All
already.
is as it should be.
Sky Shredder. Actually, if we really wanted, like, lots more, like, we'd have to go nuts on these if we really wanted to push the planes.
As it should be.
Which we can, but then when do we quit out? No, let's leave it. Oh. Do we care about 63 right now? Not really. Go. Look at that. There we go.
All is as it should be.
Alright, what have you got? Oh, you turn into a big, big boy too.
Rejoice.
We've got time. Yeah, oh, 16k.
Prepare yourselves.
Yeah, banks are better than marketplaces, but more babysitting, definitely. Even more if you have the deposit option in the Monkey Knowledge, because you can you can withdraw out of them to like collect everything, and then you can deposit back into them. You know, pretty much every round, deposit back in, wait one round, collect back out, then deposit back in. I just can't be bothered. Like, that's too much effort, right?
Rejoice.
Is that a question or a statement? Is an 025 dart better than a 205 sniper? Tough call. I'd probably take an 025 sniper though. I think the 025 is better than the 205 straight up. But then it depends what you're up against. If you're just up against a single something, then the 005 sniper is one of the strongest towers in the game. Pretty sure that just a straight 005 dart stronger than an 005 sniper.
Rejoice.
No, it's not a think. It just is. We pitted them up together against like a whole bunch of different tests and stuff. The crossbow master is just ridiculously strong. Yeah, sniper's really strong too. The biggest difference is that the sniper you can build up into. The crossbow master goes from a relatively strong tier 4 that's really cheap to get to, but then you've got to wait 20 to 25k depending on what mode you're playing on. Whereas the sniper you can build up as you go, and then you get a cheaper upgrade to get to tier 5. And there's other differences. You know, like the
Prepare yourself.
Depending on the map and the position of the sniper, you could take like the middle path shrapnel's really strong. You know, the 004 sniper has lead, so you don't have to worry about taking top path for that. And there's no point. I just don't think the extra damage on top path sniper is worth it for large caliber. Like, it just doesn't matter, especially when you're already like you've got extra strength. Like, you can pop lead, and the shrapnel shot just sprays out the back of it. And you get camo. If you obviously if you're near a thing that's giving camo to everything else, then it doesn't matter. So maybe that's when you take the top path. Also, the primary training affects crossbow master, but it doesn't affect sniper. So you get an extra pierce and more projectile speed and more range. That one's just been that's been changed very recently in the description, but tier 4 snipers have always been able to pop lead. Yeah, they changed it. They like it's only like a couple weeks ago, although that's getting further away. That they added the lead popping in both of these. You've got to be able to get to tier 4. So the difference is a 100 can pop lead, which is usually why, like, most of the time if I'm going to be using snipers, I'll build for a 420. But I'll just go for like a 1-1 or occasionally like a 1-2-0 while I'm building up a dumb sniper to be who's eventually going to be an 025. Yeah, that's something like the 025 is generally just good if you just need to a good quick fix for you know, camo and speed. It also comes down to if you're playing like chimps, I guess, when you can't have extra income, so your team has to have good synergy amongst themselves in the map, otherwise they end up like stepping on each other's toes per se, where, you know, like if you've got a lot of high damage monkeys that are doing a lot of crushing, you don't need something fast, whereas the 025 is very fast, so you need other fast things. Yeah, it shoots really fast. It's kind of like having, like, glue and snipers don't really do that well together, like fast snipers, because you're shooting into the glue.
Onward to victory.
Yeah.
All is as it should be. All is as it
Whereas having
be.
your strong snipers for airships, and then having something that can clean up all the ceramics is really good.
All is as it should
Double hit
be.
point Moabs starting.
Prepare yourself. Get stronger. All is as it should be. All is as it should be. All is as it should. Prepare yourself.
Okay, so the elite sniper gives itself a 50% speed increase, and all other snipers, I think it's 30. But I don't know if they need to be on elite to get that bonus, or if they can be on whatever setting they're normally on. Right. Also, the elite targeting favors airships first, and then swaps to first when anything gets, I think it's 3/4 away around the map. Yeah, and you get a bigger care package.
All is as it should be. 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 Yet stronger. Invoke the higher powers. See the light. All is as it should be.
Nice. Alright. I'm gonna let it run, but I'm not gonna do anything.
All is as it should be. All is as
Backspace. I haven't changed any of the hotkeys.
rejoice. All is as it should be.
One of the things that I found really important, like comma, period, and slash, the top, mid, and bottom upgrades
All is
can be really strong,
should be.
especially like for helicopter shenanigans, or if you're playing in Apocalypse.
All is as it
For
should
races, you race out tomorrow.
be. All is as it should be. All is as it should be. All is as
Ah,
it
so-
should be.
So late game, I think one of the most common.
All is as it should be.
Hey, wow, we didn't even use. I was about to say, oh, we'll need to. Like Spike Factory is one of the strongest late game additions because it avoids
All
the
is as it should be.
fighting for the same pop. Right. Unless in extreme cases or what it, unless you've got really weak glue, in which case it doesn't matter. But if you've got a balloon solver out, it's unlikely that a spike, the Spike Factory is going to kill something that's got glue on it, right? So it's getting something that got through, which is really efficient. Whereas, yeah, snipers and
All is as
a lot of targets,
it should be.
like a lot of your towers will be hitting things that have glue on them, which I think is a fair trade-off because like
All
glue's
is
super strong and
as
it's
it
fun.
should be.
Yeah, I generally only play with the mouse too, but occasionally I'll do something. Like for the races, I'll use the hotkeys. Oh, Saraga's got a challenge. All right, I'll check it out as soon as we die here.
As it should be.
If we die here, I'm sure we die somewhere. Maybe.
All is as it should be.
Baby tech's calling 119.
As it should be.
I'm not adding anymore. Like, this is a no spend. I'm just letting it run out. I think that's going to be the deal from here on out, unless I'm playing a run which I want to take into the 200s, which is I do at one stage because I do have an achievement I want to get, which is going to require it.
All is as
Oh man, maybe I should have done this.
All is as it should be. All is as it should be. All is as it should be.
Yeah, the brewmaster. He's so great.
All is as it should be. Ready now.
122. Dr. Drax, the prediction, nice.